Okay, in terms of time, in terms of long-term trade, long-term hold, Apple is your best bet. Okay, and they are doing really good right now in terms of holding this 171, 170. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. We're back again, and couple of weeks I've been using it to really re-strategize my portfolio, as well as as of last week on NVDA, I took a serious loss, one of the biggest loss for this year. But we'll come back strong again. We'll come back okay. Anyways, we're gonna get into the market, and I'll let you know what I'll be watching in the market, and as well as some of the stocks that I think is a possible pick from this point, or from whatever support we are. Okay, and these are solid names, solid companies, as well as other stocks that are making 52 weeks highs, and the market as well actually attain that. However, looking at the market, remember that this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, with the market, we've seen that 1 week. Let's take a look at the 1 week's performance, and that Microsoft is down 2%, with Visa at 3.89%, and of course Nike. Okay, Nike is at 6.78% as of last week, followed by Meta, Uber, and WMT. WMT is not really that much. Because why? Because they did a split, and it's still holding almost that 52 weeks. Okay. Apple also is taking a little bit down as well, because of their suit going on, the lawsuit going on. So I don't know. Also, Amazon is also on the high side, with Google, trying to break out of a resistance zone, right? So keep an eye out. Now, our first matter of the day is going to be SPY. What are we looking for? What I'm looking for SPY is we are actually channeling. Okay, we've been channeling for a long period of time, since November of last year. Okay, so when are we going to break this support, or when are we going to break the resistance? We just don't know. But right now, we're looking at market trying to make a 52 weeks, right? Trying to get high and all-time highs. Right now, the risk is in there. Okay, for now, looking at this lower side of this channel, which also correspond with our 20 exponential moving average, that is where the support is overall. If that breaks on a daily, guess what is going to happen? We're going to be looking at the 50 exponential moving average, which is the 502 $500 spot on the market. So keep an eye out. I think momentum will continue to push into the market. Looking at the economic calendar, guys, we're looking at next week's this week coming pretty much. We have S&P US manufacturing on Monday, followed by some ISM manufacturing, followed by Fed Governor Lisa speaks, and of course on Tuesday we have factory orders, job opening, and of course, guess what? We're gonna be knowing, we're gonna see what the auto sales is going to be, but the time is yet to be determined. Okay, Wednesday we have ADP employment, followed by J Power. J Power is going to be speaking as well at 12:10 p.m. Thursday is going to be initial jobless claim, and also trying to figure out what the U.S. trade balance really is, and more of a Fed speakers. Okay, on Friday, guess what's going to happen? We're going to have our U.S. non-farm payrolls, and also we have to find out how the consumers are actually in terms of credit. So consumer credit is going to be on Friday. Now that we got that, inflation, right? So that's what we're talking about. And according to Fed's Wale, or whatever they call him, says there's no rush to cut the US interest rate for now. Last week we have top performance of EL and also Walgreens coming up in there, Philips coming in, and as well as other names. And bottom side, Moderna, Caniver, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's get into the stock. We'll also have IWM, which is our Russell 2000. That channel is there, but we just don't want to. We really don't want to break this spot. I don't know why. Just like the market as well. But look at this 210. 212 as our resistance spot. Okay, first stock is going to be Apple. Okay, Apple. Why Apple? I talked about, you know, that stock that I'm going to be giving you. Apple is one of them. Okay, in terms of time, in terms of long-term trade, long-term hold, Apple is your best bet. Okay, and they are doing really good right now in terms of holding this 171 170 area as a form of support. So if that happened, and which is happening, and I think we can continue to bounce to the upside, next spot is going to be 178 180 on Apple. If it doesn't really bounce and we pull back to 170, watch that area for the break to the downside. Maybe we can probably retest again this 165 166 area on Apple. The next one to really take a look at is going to be Lulu. Okay, this is Lululemon. Okay, this is also, you know, been trading for the past 52 weeks. I think we pretty much come into 510 and almost 520 on this name, and now we're back down to 390. Okay, these are some of the names that forward split is possible on this. So I think this is also a good name to keep an eye out. If support of 390 ish can really hold, consolidate, and then we can push to the upside on that name. Also Reddit as well, they got listed, and right now we're looking at support at 45. So yeah, so that is your spot with 55 as our next break. Looking at this downtrend. Next stock here is gonna be Deck. All right, and this is gonna be Deckers Outdoor. We're looking at 950 as resistance with this trend as our support. Why am I looking at that? You see how this is really acting around this spot. So you know, this 20 exponential moving average will also come handy on that. The next one I want to take a look at here is going to be Amazon. Amazon right now, we're just making that 52 weeks highs and also rejecting and pulling back. Right now 180 is going to be our support for the momentum push to the upside. If it doesn't, then 176 177, that is the next spot of support if the market decide to act irrational. HUM right now, we're looking at this trend that is going to be our spot. 340 or 350, that is going to be our resistance. If we continue to hold this level, I think momentum will come in, volume comes in, and then we'll push right up to 370 369. So put this on your radar for a bottom bounce play on that name. Also looking at Palantir with all the contracts coming in here and there, I think we're looking at support at the $23 spot. If it breaks and it doesn't hold and momentum comes, push these to the downside, we're going to be looking at 21 on this name. FDX as well. This is FedEx. FedEx at this point, we're at this resistance zone, broke out of resistance, and right now we're looking at a 3-candle play here and see if 290 can break and continue into 300. ROG looking at a $400 break on this name, so keep an eye out. If it doesn't, then we'll be pulling back to 391 on it as well. SIG, this is Signet Jewelers, and right now we're looking at 107.5, and that is the resistance to make it our triple technical triple level. Right now we're looking at $100. Cross that area, we should be good to push to the upside. JP Morgan as well, that is also channeling with the market. So right now we have our resistance and we have our support with 195 as our immediate support on that name. Looking at Bank of America, I'm really I'm really impressed. I sold some of my my position around the $34 spot, only for this to, you know, hold. Actually held this 50, and all of a sudden we're back to the upside. Oh man, I'm surprised. WBA as well, we're looking at this, and we've been really, you know, pulling lower with this boom candle in place. I think market makers can look at this and think this is about to push to the upside. With almost 33 million shares traded, I think we should be good to move to the upside. Google as well, we just need to pull into level and retest 52 weeks area. 152, 153, that is the spot, but overall target on Google is 155 if the market begins to act in the way that it should, right? And we'll also talk about this for top movers. We have EL at this point 160 is where I'm looking at, with immediate resistance at 155. I think this is also another name to watch, with your support at this level of trend right here, 140. That is your spot. Home Depot as well. Home Depot right now, we're looking at support at the 20 exponential moving average. For this to hold, we should be good, and the market should give that clear signal. Right now, HD is trailing the market, shaping up like the market. Boeing, all right, the CEO is getting out, and because of that, the market actually picked up some steam. Okay, and now we're really holding the 192 193 area with resistance at 195. This is also another name to hold. Reason is because, you know, this issue that they are facing will be corrected, and this stock will get back to where it's supposed to be in the coming days. So put that on your radar. Alibaba, this one right now we're looking at $78 as our resistance. Why am I looking at that? Why do I have this? Is because every time we get close to that spot, we reject and back down. Also right now finding support right here. Okay, so keep an eye out on that name. And also let's talk about Matter. Okay, Matter also right now, I'm not in Matter, and I'm expecting a pull to the downside. I'm expecting Matter to pull back to this beautiful trend right here, which correspond to that 460 area as our support. If this can continue to push to the upside, we need that consolidation around this area, and price action will actually follow. Guys, the remaining chart, I'm gonna post them up on my stock tweet on X account as well. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending your weekend with me, guys. I say peace and love, guys. Bye bye.